What is going on? What is going on? It's your boy Julian Stout, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter. Here to take the fear out of fitness. We're about to take off and class is in session. Guys, I have been a personal trainer for over a decade, almost two. I am a world record powerlifter of the last 7 years. Person who broke the record that lasted for 6 years previously to me. But you see the title in the thumbnail, you know what this is about. And over the last few days, specifically beginning on Monday, I have felt the need to want to discuss this particular subject. To be honest with you, these last few days have not been my favorite last few days, but life will go on. I have seen a set of setbacks in my life, and it's not just, we're not talking about the election. I'm not personally talking about that, although that has a little bit to do with it. But what I will say is manhood has been in question for the last few, shall I say, days. From young people misconstruing what manhood is to other young men who are perceiving manhood to be another thing. Even my own manhood being called into question by people I know, love, and trust. I felt the need to make this address today. Because for those of y'all who really think y'all know what manhood is, y'all really don't. Some of you do. Some of y'all still, even within the process of knowing what manhood is, still has a misguided sense of what it really is. And far greater people than me have talked about manhood in certain ways, but I'm here to put my own brand on it, to put my own twist on it. And one of the things as a man that I grew to learn, first thing is that if you don't have a good example of what a man is in your house, you're not going to know what a man looks like until you see one in action. And when you really see one in action, then and only then can you begin to put yourself in position to call yourselves men. Now, ladies, don't get it twisted. This ain't about you. Don't get it twisted. What y'all think a man is supposed to do, half of y'all, a good percentage of y'all don't know what a man is supposed to be either. Because you yourselves did not have a good man standing in front of you on a day-to-day basis. Most of y'all didn't have the man that you needed in your lives to demonstrate to you what men are supposed to be. Now, all the way down from protection, providing, procreation, cocoa butter and hair grease, and, buying you everything that you ever want while providing nothing for him. On the flip side, thinking that the amount of women, fellas, thinking that the amount of women you have conquered physically is your title to manhood. To how many women you have manipulated into bending to your will is not manhood. Forcing women to follow you, whether through politics or by force, is not what manhood is. I'm going to say it one more time. Forcing a woman to bend to your will, whether politically or by force, is not manhood. A lot of y'all got the game all messed up, and I'm about to set y'all straight. So, let's start with the young men. Young men, I was once you. I was once somebody who did not understand what a man is supposed to be. I had differing variations to that. I had men in my life who thought it was their duty to be above their woman, to have them be subservient, to do as they please without any consequence to their actions. Well, I have news for you. Being a man is all about consequence. Being a man is all about action. You can be in thought, but manhood is all about action. And I see far too many of you not in action. Some of you are about your money, but y'all are not about your physical. Some of you are about your physical, but not about your money. Some of you are about your physical and your money, but not about your mind. Some of you are about all three, but not about your emotions. Some of you think that being a man is that you are absent of emotion, when the truth is that you're supposed to learn how to manage your emotions. Being a man is hard. A lot of women think it's easy because they think that what they have to deal with is hard. Now, I'm not going to sit here and deny that being a woman is hard for a lot of different reasons. But for those of y'all women who think being a man is easy, try being a man. No, real one. I'm not talking about, because you pay the bills and you take care of kids and all of that. No. It's not just that. It is the sheer responsibility of doing all that is necessary to keep your family afloat. Yes, some of you do that. But then here's the problem. When being a man, you are devoid of being a woman. And then you guys get stressed out. You guys become reactive. You guys become hyper emotional and volatile. And when you guys become volatile emotionally, that is the testosterone in you that you can't control. Well, I got news for you, ladies. You got to control that testosterone. You got to eat it. When you want to get angry and lash out and take somebody's head clean off, you got to eat it, because violence will come if you're a man and you're being violent. Some of you think you don't care. Some of you actually don't care in terms of being violent. Some of you find yourselves in positions where you think that violence is the answer to everything. I'm going to punch this dude in the face. He looked at me funny. I'm going to step to him. I'm angry because I don't have what I want. I'm going to fight somebody. I'm going to assault somebody. I'm going to actually be physically imposing to someone else, whether they know it or not. Somebody's got to catch it. Well, I got news for you. There's always somebody better than you. Always. Always. And y'all are just one monumental, spectacular ass whooping away from checking yourselves, because you have not gotten the full-on consequences of putting your hands on a man. Some of you have not gotten your teeth rattled loose. Some of you have not gotten a speed knot upside your forehead. Some of you have not gotten your lip split. Some of you have not gotten a bone broken, legitimately broken. some of you have not nearly lost your lives. And as a result, you think you're invincible. Well, I got news for you. You're not. Like I just said before, everybody has their better. Everybody, including me. I'm no easy win, but I didn't say I can't lose. So, I give a strong warning to you young men who are seeking manhood. I have a strong warning to y'all. What y'all think y'all are doing ain't it. If you are not being guided by an honorable, decent, loving, caring man, I have news for you. What you think manhood is ain't it. It ain't crashing out for your mama. It ain't crashing out for your girl. It ain't crashing out for your sister. It ain't even crashing out for you. Because protection comes in multiple forms. Protection is not just being there to stand in front of a bullet. Protection is not just being able to stand up to an aggressor to your family. Sometimes the smart thing to do is just avoid it altogether, because when you're gone, who's there to protect them? Sometimes it ain't about running, but it's sometimes about being smart and not getting yourself into that situation in the first place. Sometimes it's about de-escalation. Sometimes it's about shutting it down, because all the consequences that come from it is not going to be good for you. Like jail. Like juvie prison. Like suspension, expulsion. All of that. Some of you seem to think, y'all young ones, still talking to the young ones. Some of y'all seem to think, like I said earlier, smashing as many women as you, girls, excuse me, not even women, smashing as many girls as you could possibly get your hands on is the way to go. Well, that's not it, because it's about learning how to control yourself with those urges. Because what you're going to do when you don't get it, if all you're doing is being accustomed to conquering and conquering and conquering, what happens when you can't conquer? What you going to do then? Are you going to go grape soda? Is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to tuck your tail and go home? Or are you just going to accept the rejection? Because that might be the best course of action. But also the other step is that you might find yourself conquering the wrong land, conquering the wrong female for a multitude of reasons. One, that woman might not be stable. That girl might not be stable. That girl you conquered might not be stable. You might be turning around and catching some, shall I say, bricks through your window. You might be the one that catches your tires getting slashed. You might find yourself in an altercation with a whole bunch of individuals that girl might know. And then what? What you gonna do about it? Clearly you shouldn't go back. But also, some of you don't realize that the girl that you messing with might burn your bacon, might cook your hot dog. Just because she's of a certain age doesn't mean that she's not carrying anything that's monumental. Okay? A real man will demonstrate love to one woman, or as many as he can actually take care of, depending on your religious views. But you don't just keep acquiring women after woman after woman after woman. Again, as many as you can take care of financially in certain religions. But here in America, typically, it's one. just because you can make the eyes of a girl's roll in the back of her head a couple times doesn't mean you're a man. Truth be told is, real men keep the same woman, or are capable of keeping the same woman. Real men are the ones that becomes brand new to the same woman as often as possible without ever being different. I'm going to say that again. Real men can be different, can surprise a woman without ever being different. You ain't got to switch yourself up. You can still be you, the best you, but you can still be you and still make that girl, make that woman see you differently, like as if she's seeing you for the first time. Some of you think that being a man is going out and partying, drinking, smoking, taking drugs. It's not it. It's definitely not it. Some of you think that being a man is literally how much stuff that you think you could get away with without getting caught. No matter what it is. How much can you cheat at life? Not just your wife, not just your girl, but in life. How much can you cheat? That is not an honorable man. Honorable men they don't have to paint in the lines, but they damn sure don't cheat people that are supposed to be in their lives in a certain way. Now let's move on to the young adult men. Fellas, some of y'all are just soft. Y'all are whining about these women, but here's the problem. Y'all are choosing the wrong women. Y'all are looking at women that y'all want. And those women that you want are women that a lot of men want. And they, the women, have their choice. And when they are manipulating those men, they manipulate whichever man that they can manipulate the best to get the most out of those particular women. But you, on the other hand, you're not looking at it from the standpoint of, what do I need? Not just a warm body to flop on top of. That's not what we're talking about. What type of woman do you need, if any at all, at this point in time? Because you might not be ready for that woman. Some girl in your neighborhood, some woman in your neighborhood, some woman at your job, some woman that you've came across a few times at the places you frequent. Sometimes the gym, sometimes the club, sometimes a bar, sometimes a restaurant. Shoot, sometimes in the supermarket. Some of you think that women owe you something. I will say this. Every woman owes you respect when you are respectable. If you're walking around with your breath smelling like Fritos, you actually smell like you haven't wiped properly in the last few times to the bathroom, you don't upkeep yourself in any way, you don't even try to make yourself look good, you don't even try to coordinate your look, you don't try to take care of your body. I'm not saying you gotta look like Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman for that matter. What I'm saying is that you're not even trying to take care of yourself. You don't smell good, you don't look good. And I'm not talking about whether you're handsome or not. That's for a woman to decide. However, You could look good without being handsome. You could look good without being the most good-looking person in the world. You could still look good by presenting yourself a certain way, by maintaining yourself. But you want women to turn around and fall at your feet when you can't even wash your toes. Nobody wants to fall at the feet of somebody's toes that smell like Frito-Lay, like Fritos, chili cheese Fritos. Nobody wants to lay at the feet of a man that smells like chili cheese Fritos. And that's if you're lucky. Because I've seen some of y'all. I've smelled some of y'all. And, you know, this soft attitude, and I don't mean you got to be a jerk, but geez, apologizing for everything that you do. Anytime you make a mistake, you're just like, I'm sorry. My bad, my apologies. Excuse me, forgive me. You made a mistake. Admit to it, fess up to it, but nah, you ain't got to do all that. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my wife. Because she was patient with me to demonstrate what kind of man I am. Because she didn't meet me at my best either. And the difference is I looked good, I smelled good. I may not have been in the best financial position at the time, but I knew how to take care of myself. I didn't come in the door looking like I just came out the washout bundle. I didn't come in the house. I didn't come in the crib smelling like outdoor and expecting to get some. I didn't come in with the attitude like she was to serve me. I didn't come in with the attitude that I own her. Not at all. But she saw the humility in me. She saw the humbleness of who I am. But she also saw the confidence of what I wanted to be. She saw the confidence of what I knew I'd become. She saw the confidence in what I can do for her if given the chance. Like I said, I'm no easy win, but I could lose. But I will protect my wife at all times, even in defeat. Provision. Do I provide for my wife? I provide a lot of things for my wife. I am the financial breadwinner, but at one point in time, she was. And at no point in time did I have a problem with it based on a woman is making more money than me. That's not the issue. The issue was never that my wife is making more money than me. The issue is that I wasn't making enough money to my liking. I wasn't earning anywhere near the potential that I knew I could make. So that bothered me. But let me give you an example. If my wife was Taylor Swift or Beyonce, I think I'd be okay. I'd still be doing what I do. And I would not be utilizing their name and fame in order to get me up. However, what I earn and what I do is what I earn and what I do, and I'm going to be respected for the effort and time that I put into what I do. One of the things that young adult men, don't seem to get is, yes, there are delusional women out there. 100%. We're not even going to play that game. There are delusional women out there. But the women that y'all go after are the delusional ones. The women that you go after have some form of delusion, but y'all don't see the real women that are out there. And y'all don't want those real women that are out there. Because y'all are expecting perfection from these women. And I have news to tell you, you ain't perfect either. So humble yourselves. I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall, 150 some odd pounds. There's not a lot of women that are in my so-called wheelhouse of desire, that's checking for me. And I'm not waiting for that to arrive. I wasn't going to wait for that. I'm going to find the woman that is good for me, that I can look at on a day-to-day basis and not cringe when I wake up. That doesn't mean that, you got to go and find whatever's out there. But I'm saying, you got to be able to look at your woman and think that she is beautiful as she is. Having a beautiful wife does not mean you have the most beautiful wife. That is not the thing. What matters is how she makes you feel. She makes you feel like a man. And then you do man stuff. To the men out there, the men of my age and slightly younger and slightly older, manhood is not all about logic. Manhood is not all about facts, figures, and, stating certain things. Sometimes it is about emotion. But your emotion has to be based in logic. You can't be feeling some type of way and don't even know or understand why you're feeling it. You can't be a man who lives in logic but lacks emotion. This is where women turn around and challenge men to have emotional intelligence. We have emotional intelligence, we just choose not to use it. Or we are so out of practice in using it that we end up being all about logic. And I'm not going to lie to you, I used to be that person. I am that person, actually. But in the process of that, I do dance in the realm of my emotions. I begin to know and understand what I'm feeling. I begin to know and understand what other people are feeling. And sometimes the feeling has to be handled as much as the logical explanation to what it is that you're doing. Give you an example. Your wife wants a car. Financially it's not doable. But she feels, not because she's not trying to be in competition with other people, she's not trying to flex, but what she does feel is a level of uncertainty in the vehicle that she drives right now. You have evaluated the car to the nth degree and there's nothing wrong with the car. Might need a little tune up here and there, might need a little pick me up every now and then, but it still functions. You don't need to get all crazy with it. It'll be all right? But her emotions is concern, sometimes fear. If all you do is root in logic, you're going to lose. You have to plead to the emotional aspect of it as well. The concern is I don't feel safe in this car. It might break down on me at any time, and I don't want to be stranded out in the middle of nowhere and can't get to anything. What are you going to do, fellas? What is the man answer? Go ahead and put it in the chat if you have it. What's the man answer? Logically, the car works. But what is the man answer to your emotional spouse? Put the answer in the chat or put the answer in the comments when you watch this video. It'll be greatly appreciated. You have to plead to the emotion as well as the logic. And if you have both, you'll win the argument. You'll win the day. But the difference is that when you win the day, you damn sure better deliver on what you offered. you damn sure better deliver on what you promised. Or there's no more trust in you, and you're going to find yourself on the tail end of another car. She's going to buy the car behind your back. She's going to buy the car in front of your face, actually. Especially if she has her own money. And guess what? If you reneged on what you offered, you deserve the stress that comes with not wanting her to get another car. Because you pled to her emotion by offering her something that will ease her anxiety, that will ease her concerns. And whatever you offered, you didn't deliver. So now she feels that she has to take it upon herself to protect herself and to ease her own concerns. But y'all would get mad like, she don't listen, yo. Da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. That's what it is. One time, one of my students asked me, if Mike Tyson smacked your wife on the butt, what would you do? I turned around and I said, I would fight Mike Tyson. Then they proceeded to ask me, if Mike Tyson squared up with you and said, let's fight, would you fight Mike Tyson? I said, no. I'm gonna lie, I ain't stupid. The man is 240 pounds and 5'10" of ungodly muscle and legs of freaking bricks. That could turn your head into Swiss cheese if he hits you. But you violated my wife. You know, I can't quote that movie real good, but I am one Toya prepared to die. You have killed my family, prepared to die. Whichever version that is, right? But that's what would happen. I'd be like, yo, square up. Nah, I don't give a damn if you knock me out, but don't be here when I wake up. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause I'm coming back. Missing teeth, broken jaw, concussion, swollen eye, whatever it is, I'm coming back. And if you're gone, I'm coming back for mine. And I'm going to keep coming until I get it. I will find you when you're 80. That's 20 years from now. I'll be 68 years old. I don't give a damn. I'm coming for you, dog. You put your hands on my wife. I'm going to get my lick back. Some way, somehow. But you ain't going to walk away unscathed. I'm going to take a chunk out of your ass. I ain't playing. That's how it's going to be. And I'm not talking just to talk. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I have friends that are mixed martial artists. I know they're good. I don't care. We fighting. You put your hands on my wife. We fighting. We homies, and I will fight you. I might lose, but I'm still fighting you. And I'm not stopping until I get mine. This is manhood. For those of y'all who think that you have the right to a woman's body, your body, my choice. Yeah, I've heard y'all. Go ahead, good luck with that. Got some bad news for you. You ain't gonna. They got brothers. They got fathers. They got husbands. They got boyfriends. They got benefactors. It doesn't matter what they got. They got a man somewhere. Go ahead and put your hands on him if you want to do what you think you feel you can do. It's not being a man being controlling a woman. If you're a man, a woman will follow you. Period. She may not do everything you want, but she will follow you. If you're a man. But also, don't lead her into no nonsense because she'll stop walking. Some of y'all want Megan Thee Stallion, but y'all can't make Megan Thee Stallion drink. You could leave Megan Thee Stallion in the water, but you can't make her drink. A lot of y'all want stallions. Oh, Lord Jesus, look at a stallion. Knowing your key don't work in that keyhole at all. But y'all want stallions. Y'all want this, y'all want that. You can't handle any of it. What my grandmother would say is, you eyes them too big. You eyes them too big. Way too big. And I got news for y'all. This is, unfortunately for you, this is the state of where we're at because we think we are entitled to stuff. And that's the problem. That sense of entitlement is the problem. That is the unfortunate thing. Everybody around right now has a sense of entitlement. I want my gas prices lowered. I want my groceries low. I'm entitled to that. I'm an American. But what did you give up to get it? Because you had to give up something. You don't know what you did. You don't even know what you gave up yet. Some of y'all think that you've reclaimed something. You might have. But what you've reclaimed is at a cost. Yeah. Laugh now, cry later. When you turn around and have to look your girl in the eye and you're sitting there going, I don't know, I don't understand what I did. I don't know why this is happening. We all know why this is happening. We all know why it's happening. We all know that you did it to yourself. Man, I gotta work these long hours and I'm working all hard and I'm tired and this, that. Acknowledge me. Okay, Roman Reigns. I work way too hard to not come home to a family that loves me and cares and this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nope, nope. Sorry. It's on you. Too many of y'all don't even know how to take care of your body. Y'all want some woman to lay up under you, but y'all smell like onions. Grown men. We ain't even talking about the young bucks now. I'm talking about grown ass men. Smelling like onions and Frito-Lays and dog crap. Smelling like a kielbasa with sauerkraut. Quick, be open your mouth. Yo, I got this fine girl. Nah. I'll pass. Thanks. Because if I know I smell like Aldo and some girl is hollering at me, nah, you nasty. You already nasty. I ain't, That's a level of nasty I ain't trying to get with. Man, these girls be all they want is money. Well, all you leading with is money. I bet any money if went the moment if every and then the thing is, simping. Oh, beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to simp when I was a kid. Oh, simping hard. Omega level simp. When I was a kid. When I became a man, that sugar honey iced tea ended quick. Does that mean I don't love my wife? Does it mean that I don't spoil her at times? Does it mean that I don't do very nice things for her? Memorable things? No. I do it all the time. But I'm not doing it in sell of myself in order to make her happy. I'm not doing that. But that's what y'all simps do. Oh, I'll do anything your man won't do, girl. Oh, he made you sad. Come here, girl. I love you. Weirdo. Girl, your man is cheating on you. I'm telling you right now, your man is cheating on you. If he ain't answering your phone calls the minute you turn around and pick up the phone, the minute on the first dial tone, if he ain't picking up the phone, he's cheating on you. If all he does is text you, what you doing? He cheating on you. If he don't lick the bottom of your feet at night, he cheating on you. If he ain't making you feel good all day, every day, get rid of him. If he ain't giving you half of his check on payday, get rid of him. Find somebody better, because there's real kings out there. You know? And guess what he doing to you? He has you feeding him grapes, blowing your back out, got your head all in the clouds, don't even realize whether up is up and down is down. And all the while, as he's blowing your back out, he's blowing somebody else's back out too. Remember Mr. Jackson? Oh, that's a fine level of chocolate. Every damn day. Made me sick. Oh my God, he's so fine. And he's right. Y'all men ain't trash. Y'all men are trash. Oh my God. I need a real man like him. All to find out he's sliding on his wife. On repeat. As a matter of fact, most of the time when he's turning around and doing those videos in the middle of his car, you didn't even know he was married until he got called out. And then all those videos that he was doing them in front of the houses of the women that he was smashing that was not his wife. Simping for you. Getting you to leave your man because he ain't like Derek Jackson. He ain't perfect. Oh Lord. He a little pipe cleaner. Oh, he a little this. Or he ain't a little strong in the bedroom, or whatever it was. Whatever it was. Y'all fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And us men was trying to tell you, yo, that's the clown of the highest order. He's the dude that we all point to and go, yeah, trifling. All the real men knew. We were trying to tell you, but you didn't listen. Because that's not a man. Just because he's swole, because he could cut his hair or gets his hair cut every day, and just because he smells like whatever cologne you want him to smell like, because his skin is flawless and his teeth are flawless, doesn't mean he's a man. Some of the worst men are pretty. I'm going to say that again. Some of the worst men are pretty. As a matter of fact, the devil was an angel. The devil was pretty. Last I checked, as a matter of fact, as I understood it, the devil was the most pretty of all the angels. Okay? So go ahead. Play yourselves and think that that's what a man is. Ladies, it's not. Some of y'all ladies want to turn around and talk about men going 50-50. That ain't no man. That's my roommate. You know how stupid y'all sound? Somebody literally took up half of the responsibilities that you had at one point in time, and you're calling them a roommate. I want a man that pays all the bills. You know how many men can do that? Ain't very many. Not by themselves. You're talking about 15% of the population, maybe even 20. So that means for every 100 men you meet, you're only going to get 20 of them that can do it. There's a lot more y'all than there is of us. As a matter of fact, y'all outnumber us, 54 to 48? Or 54 to 46 or some nonsense like that? Which means even if we lined up every woman, man, woman, boy, and girl together, align them up, there's still going to be girls that don't have a man. And the men that y'all have aren't all going to be men. Some of your men are chauvinistic. They think you are beneath them. Some men want a woman that compliments them. They serve each other. Some men will say, "Get on my back." But what happens when he can't keep you on his back? What happens if he buckles under the pressure? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to get off and run the other direction? Or are you going to help him up and help him walk? Hell, maybe you even have to carry him for a little while. Some of y'all ain't even willing to do that, but claim y'all love him. Or you love you some him. When are we getting married? We go together now. And the only thing I did was poke you. That's not a man. Just because he poked you good doesn't mean he's a man either. Just because he put his third leg in you doesn't mean he's a man. Just because he's an Arnold Palmer doesn't mean he's a man. Right now, I honestly have some major concerns about what we're doing in the world right now. How we're going to be living our lives in the near future. Because I assure you, if you weren't men before, I promise you, you're going to be a man now. Or you're going to fall by the wayside. And then y'all are going to be playing what we do as you go and do desperate things to claim you're a man. Focus on your education, King. Focus on yourself first. Let's do that. Focus on yourself in many ways. Let's start with number one. Focus on what goes in your brain. It's all well and good, participate in social media. It's all good to play some video games, but what else are you putting into your brain? What information are you divulging in? What information are you involving yourself in? What type of growth are you accumulating in the process of all this stuff? Are you about stuff? Are you about just showing off how much money you got and how much you can get and what you could buy and how many trips you take and how many places you could go and leading with that? I just watched a video not too long ago where this guy literally was like, he offered to take a woman to the trip to the Mediterranean, and he met her that night. Women with sense would run in the other direction because that's not safe. And just because you got it like that doesn't mean you should do it like that. You're a fool who'll soon part with his money if that's how you're leading. Now, true story, I used to turn, when I was in my simp days, I used to buy this one girl some gummy bears just to let her know that I knew what she liked. And I would do that for every so often. But did she appreciate it? Hell no, because guess what I was doing? I was simping. I was leading with my wallet. I was leading with, I pay attention to you, girl. I'm into you, girl. Everything you know and like and love, I'm gonna know it too. I'll know what you like before you even tell me. That corny crap. Now, in all fairness, do I know my wife? Yes. Do I know everything that she likes? Yes. Do I love giving her what she likes? Yes. But that's because she's earned that. Me turning around and doing it for a girl that didn't earn not a damn thing is simping. For those of y'all who think that just going out and getting it for a girl who asked for it is not a man, you're a simp. You're a cornball. She's using you. You're a foodie call. Oh, I take my girls out. I take them to the finest restaurants. I'm all up in there, yo. I be outside. Okay. And you'll find yourself broke too. That whole focus on yourself, King, man, I really wish I listened. I really do. I would have graduated college earlier. I'd have been on my path. I'd have been making a good amount of money. I'd have been making a good amount of money. And I'd have had a good investment. Shoot, I'd be a millionaire right now. I'm not even kidding. I'm not broke, but I ain't no millionaire. But I would have been had I focused on myself. Well, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Being a man is hard. It's tough. It's thankless for the most part. You won't know not a damn thing about how many people appreciated you until you are either gone or dead. Shoot, they won't even know how much they loved and appreciated you until you're either gone or dead. So get used to it. Some of you are mad that you're invisible. Well, be visible. Some of you are mad that you can't attract people. Well, become attractive. Know what it takes to become attractive. And don't go following some lame cornball and talking about, the alpha, the alpha. Alphas don't have to control anything because the control just comes to them. They don't have to demand anything. They don't have to force their way into anything. They don't have to turn around and kick in the door. They don't have to yell. They don't have to scream. They don't have to do none of that. They just do it. It just gets done. Instead of, where's my dinner? It's more like, it's already done. It's already here. And if I didn't get it from you, I'll get it from somewhere else. Doesn't mean I'm getting it from another woman, by the way. I'll make it happen, don't worry. And then when they realize that it's not working for them, decisions have to be made. And then those decisions will be made. And when those decisions are made, it's made, and ain't nobody gonna be able to do to change it. That's an alpha. You ain't gotta yell and scream. You ain't gotta force. You ain't gotta kick in doors. You ain't gotta put your hands on people. You ain't gotta do none of that. I want it done. I need it done. Hey, can you do this for me? Sit. And if the answer is no, okay, cool. We are in a state of degradation right now. We are diminishing in value because we seem to not know our value. Our mindset is terrible. I'm going to encourage you to hold yourself accountable and get mean. Get mean. Start taking care of your bodies by eating better. I ain't saying eat perfectly, but you got to eat better. Chick-fil-A every night ain't it. Chinese food every night ain't it. Burger King, Taco Bell, McDonald's ain't it. Learn how to make some food. Well, that's what my woman's for. No. Cook for yourself. And then find somebody that loves to cook if that's important to you. If it's important to you, make it happen. But that's for you to decide. Because you're the one who has to be the man. Guys, I appreciate your time. I am snowed in for the foreseeable future. I don't even know when I'm going to get out of here. Oh, man. But I would like to thank you, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Have a nice day. Be the best you. Class is stout.